Thanks for choosing this free Anfield Index podcast. If you'd prefer to listen to this or any of our other shows without adverts, then now's the time to check out Anfield Index Pro. With AI Pro, you can supercharge your entire listening experience. You'll not only get all of our podcasts without the ads, but you'll have them far faster with our Quick Publish feature available exclusively for subscribers. AI Pro also puts you in the heart of our sound studio, with an option to listen to many of our shows live and interact with the podcasters in real time as the shows are recording. Upgrading couldn't be easier. AI Pro is available on all popular podcast platforms, and we have our own apps for Apple and Android. Just head on over to AnfieldIndexPro.com and get started today.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC on a Tuesday on which the weather is absolutely diabolical here in, well, I would say beautiful Ireland, but wet Ireland is what we'll call it for today. Not a whole lot going on, as is the norm in these dog days of summer, but there are a few things worth noting. We are being linked to Marcos Leonardo, a 19-year-old striker from Santos in Brazil. Super talented. Just had a to be fair, is currently having a really strong season for Santos. Has 11 goals in 29 appearances, plus 3 assists. Now, we have, over the last few years, tried to target some of these more high-talent Brazilian kids. Vinicius was one. Real blew us out of the water there. Rodrigo was one. Again, Real blew us out of the water there. This kid makes a lot of sense for us. This is a proper penalty box type number 9 who could play in a 2 with Darwin, could play just off Darwin. He's got immense movement, really good link-up play, great instincts. He's a really strong finisher. You watch him play and you think you're watching Sergio Aguero. He's got that type of style to his game. I know City fans think they've signed the new Sergio Aguero in Julian Alvarez. He's more Tevez-esque than Aguero-esque. This kid, Marcos Leonardo, he is very much from the Aguero school in terms of his movement, his build, his finishing ability, the impish nature to some of the goals he scores. This will be a signing where we will be getting ahead of the curve because he has the potential to become a big, big star. Very highly thought of in Brazil. 7 goals in 3 games for the Brazilian under-20 team, which goes to show the pedigree. He's definitely one that would be exciting to get because with Bobby likely set to leave next summer, with Klopp looking to change the shape potentially, he would fit in a 4-4-2. He could play as a narrow inside forward in a 4-3-3. In a 4-2-3-1, he'd be the 9, so you'd be looking at a backup for Darwin or an alternative to Darwin. But him and Darwin together as a 2 is definitely something I could see working. They have that type of ability where I think they both blend well. And we've seen Darwin working with another striker, and Leonardo plays with another striker at Santos. So definitely one to keep an eye on. Ben Boxic of Liverpool.com shared a tweet today. He said, the tweet says, Marcos Leonardo, who's going to Liverpool, this guy is the next Romario. Report in Brazil has linked Liverpool with the move for the 19-year-old, averaged 0.65 goals or assists per game for Santos in the league. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Definitely one that would make sense given some of the attempted moves we've made in the past. On This is Anfield, there is a 5 things to look forward to in pre-season put together by Joanna Durkin. The first sighting of the new trio, Calvin Ramsey, Darwin Núñez, Fabio Carvalho. They're all expected, obviously, to make their debuts in pre-season, so it'll be exciting to see those, see how they fit, see what kind of level they're at immediately. A formation change. There's been some talk, obviously, that Klopp might try 4-2-3-1 in pre-season. Carvalho, Bobby, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott could all play that number 10 position. Mo could play that number 10 position if needed as well. The opportunity for young players to shine. So, as pointed out, last year it was the likes of Tyler Morton, Owen Beck, Connor Bradley, and Cade Gordon who got their opportunity and who did show some impressive performances. This year, Oakley Cannonier, Musilowski, Mabea, Bazetic, and Ben Doak are ones that might get opportunities in pre-season. And then the next part is about kind of existing young players, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, and what they might be able to provide this coming season, and we'll see in pre-season. And then the Reds back travelling the globe after COVID. Liverpool are finally getting to go back out and play in front of Liverpool fans from far-flung places, Thailand, Singapore. So that's good as well. And it's good for the club in terms of continuing to grow the profile of the club and continuing to find new fans. Sepp Vandenberg's next step emerges with Premier League offer. So obviously he's been on loan at Preston the last 18 months and was very, very impressive while he was there. And according to the Liverpool Echo, there has been a number of offers to bring him on loan this summer, including one from the Premier League. Clubs in Switzerland, Germany, and Belgium also interested. He is very, very promising. Very, very promising. Definitely one to keep an eye on. I wouldn't be against keeping him around this summer or this season as the fifth centre-back. Now, it might hurt his development a little bit, but he's someone I'd be comfortable throwing into a League Cup game, without question. French minister at heart of fake ticket claims finally apologises to Liverpool fans. It's a bit late for that now, in fairness. It really is a bit late for that after what you've said, the lies you've told, and you haven't really accepted responsibility for it. Should the Stade de France have been better managed? The answer is yes. Do I have a share of responsibility? The answer is yes. I apologise very gladly for all of those who have suffered this mismanagement. I'm sorry, it just doesn't go nearly far enough. Not nearly far enough. And as Dan Alston has pointed out, Darmanin, I think he's the Minister of Interior, isn't he? Oh, yeah, he's the Minister of Interior. He has shifted his tactics from one blame game to apologising because no one believed him, but not really accepting the responsibility of what actually happened and looking to do better. Dan Alston's work covering this has been outstanding. So do make sure you're following him. Lucas Leiva has gone back to Brazil. Liverpool fans have lost money from the NFT sale with no further contact from the club. So obviously Liverpool released the Heroes Club. I don't really know what to make of this, to be honest. Initially, the sale was projected to earn the club around 8.5 million, but ultimately only 9,721 of the initial drop was sold at £57, while the legendary tokens went for over 567,000. Initially, there was to be 171,000 hero coins and 24 unique legendary tokens. Look, for me, all of this stuff is nonsense, especially these NFTs. I just think they're the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And I really don't know what Liverpool were thinking getting involved in something like this. I really don't know. Don't spend your money on crap like this, please. Don't spend your money on crap like this. Bellingham more than interested in Liverpool move. Neil Jones has reported that it is understood that Bellingham will be more than interested in a move to Merseyside. Interesting. He also suggested Luka Sukic and Carney Chukwuemeka. If you want Luka or Carney, you'd buy them this summer. You wouldn't wait till next summer. It's as simple as that. So I'm not really sure. That article was interesting, but there was a few flaws in it. Liverpool Academy players return for pre-season. Jurgen Klopp happy with squad, yada, yada. We've heard all this crap for years. He's always happy with the squad until someone else arrives. So, we're not really going to take the word of James Pearce, who's notoriously out of the loop in terms of what Liverpool are going to do. I mean, Pearce, Jones, and others have said, Liverpool had brief interest in Tchouaméni and it moved on quickly, and it's all nonsense. It's just flagrant lies. So we'll wait and see what happens. Liverpool.com, Roberto Firmino could play a new role for Liverpool after intriguing Jurgen Klopp hint. This is a suggestion that he could play as a number 8. And I'm sorry, but Bobby's legs are going and he will struggle as an 8. He will struggle as an 8 if he's put back there. Henderson's legs have gone and you saw the struggles he had, and he's used to that position. You don't move a 30-year-old Bobby Firmino back into that position. If he's dropping a bit deeper, it'll be to the number 10 spot. Lionel Messi made Liverpool transfer request as talks held for 40 million Bayern Munich forward. This seems like it'll be nonsense. Sadio Mane's advisor has... But Messi tried to get Barca to sign Sadio. Yeah. Messi tried to get Barca to sign Sadio. So that's what that is. That's not surprising. According to Spanish outlet Sport, Liverpool have held talks with Serge Gnabry. It could make sense. I mean, you play him on the right wing, Diaz on the left, Mo and Darwin through the middle. And it future-proofs you. If Mo leaves, then next summer you could buy another striker, or you could buy a 10, go 4-2-3-1. You could buy another right-sided midfielder and push Gnabry through the middle. You could buy another central midfielder and go back to 4-3-3. So, yeah, I mean, Gnabry would fit a lot of ways, and he's obviously a tremendous player. And then there is a bit here about Marcus Leonardo. So Santos star Marcus Leonardo is going to Liverpool, according to suggestions from Brazil, with the prolific forward impressing in his homeland. Compared to Brazilian legend Romario over the weekend, Sports Witness relay a bizarre tale from South America involving an extravagant TV presenter making the claims. The 19-year-old is considered one of the best prospects in Brazil and has already scored 24 times for the Santos senior team. Whether Liverpool are truly interested remains to be seen, but the player sounds like someone worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, I think that's fair, but given we have looked strongly at the Brazilian market in the last couple of years, I would imagine there probably is interest. Whether anything comes of it or not remains to be seen. Liverpool beat Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund to a 133-goal forward Virgil van Dijk described as scary. Mizalewski is the player they're talking about here. Yeah, I mean, look, this kid is very, very special. And he does look like someone that could potentially reach first-team level. So There has been some rumours that Dortmund are very, very keen on him, and a couple of other clubs are very keen on him. But hopefully we can keep hold of him and develop him, because he does look very, very special. Liverpool can copy Naby Keita transfer trick to complete signing of 32 million Luis Diaz repeat. What? What is this? Who is this about? Oh, the Diaz part is just about us stealing a player away from Spurs. It's not actually a player that's similar to him. The player is Josko Gvardiol, the young centre-back. He is outstanding, massive, massive talent. But where would we play him? I mean, you could play him left-back, but we're not going to drop Andy Robertson. He's not going to get in our team as a centre-back because he's a left-sided centre-back and we have Virgil. If you were moving to back three, he'd be perfect. I think he's going to end up at Spurs. But yeah, he is an outstanding central defender. Julian Ward could solve Liverpool's Divock Origi problem with long-term FSG transfer. I have a feeling this is going to be something silly. Daniel Jebison. He looks very Championship at the minute. That's about all from there. And moving on, AnfieldIndex.com. There are a couple of new pieces. Stephen Smith has one up. Raheem, a no-brainer, worth checking out as and when you get an opportunity. Podcast-wise, there is a new Old School. Myself and Gags had a chat yesterday. It's entitled One More to Come. We just went over a bunch of different things and had a good long-winded chat. It's good fun. Do check that one out. There's a season review with Eddie Gibbs and Greg Hopcroft, hosted by Nina. It's part of the series that Nina and Guy are doing. There's the latest AI podcast, the original, episode 328. And then there is the transfer roundup, which is Trev and Dave Davis. So do check that one out as well. And that will do me for today, folks. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this Anfield Index show. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel so future podcasts find their way to your device automatically. There's nothing quite like fan engagement, and we'd love to know what you think of anything discussed on this show. The best way to get in touch is over on our free Discord community, where both podcasters and listeners debate the hottest LFC topics 24/7. Sign up free now at AnfieldIndex.com/Discord. You won't regret it. You can also follow us on Twitter at Anfield Index and find us on Facebook by searching for Anfield Index. Oh, and before you go, we'd love it if you could leave us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast app. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it means the world to the people who create these free shows.